Hello everyone, this is PotatoLegion here. We have a massive new update coming out very soon. There are tons and tons of changes. This is going to be quite a long video and I'm going to be reading it out to you all right now. There will be a link in the description. So this is a developer update for September 2023. Now, the first big thing we've got here is the anti-base camping. You can see a picture here. So let's just read this out. So going forward, you'll notice a new meter appears whenever you are on hook. This meter will gradually fill whenever the killer is near you. The closer the killer is, the faster the meter will build. Once it's full, you'll gain the ability to unhook yourself with a 100% chance of success, even during the second hook phase. Unhooking yourself in this way will grant you all the usual benefits, such as endurance and haste. To ensure that this cannot be abused by aggressive survivors, the rate at which the meter fills will decrease or potentially even stop entirely when other survivors are nearby. Additionally, once the exit gates are powered, this feature will disable entirely. This is because at the point in the match, the killer needs to do whatever they can to secure one last kill, so we can't expect them to graciously leave the hook. This new mechanic is intended to address the most egregious camping scenarios, discouraging killers from standing too close to a hook survivor for an extended period and create opportunities for other survivors to make the save. My biggest concern with this is how it works. So on Twitter, they mentioned that it's like it works vertically as well. So if the killer's on a second floor above you, it will count the killer as being close to the hook. We'll experiment with that in the PTB and hopefully they'll fix that issue. Right, the biggest killer problem in the game right now is the Skull Merchant, and it looks like she's finally being addressed. So I'm going to read this all carefully. Okay, I'm not going to bother reading the intro. So lock on active zones. Being the main culprit behind the Skull Merchant's ability to defend generators are no more. On top of making survivors exposed, these zones provided the Skull Merchant with too much information on the survivors within them, allowing the killer to quickly react and chase them away. With active zones removed, the Skull Merchant's drones need a new way to lock onto survivors. And now whenever a survivor is scanned by a drone's beams, they will receive 1 stack of lock-on. Upon reaching 3 stacks of lock-on, the survivor will immediately receive a claw trap. However, avoiding a drone scanners won't be easy thanks to the introduction of 2 new modes. They're completely reworking her power. 2 modes. Eyes in the sky will now have 2 modes, stealth mode and scouting mode. In stealth mode, the drone's spinning beams will be invisible and the drone will be much quieter. Survivors will want to watch closely for the lights on the drone itself to tell where the beams are so they can sneak up and disable it. In scouting mode, the drone's scan lines will be visible and rotate much faster, making them more difficult to approach or run undetected. In either mode, the drone scan lines will not detect a survivor who is stationary, effectively preventing them from being used to guard generators. A survivor can interact with a drone in either state to disable it for 45 seconds, after which they will return to stealth mode. Claw traps. Survivors who end up with a claw trap will find themselves on the receiving end of the following effects. If they are healthy, they will become instantly injured. If they are injured, they will receive deep wounds. This will not grant the survivor a speed boost. The survivor suffers from the broken status effect until the trap is removed. Their location will be revealed on the killer scanner for a short duration. Additionally, survivors with a claw trap who are scanned by one of the killer drones receive a 10% movement speed penalty for 6 seconds, are revealed to the killer with killer instinct on their location for 3 seconds. The claw trap's battery will expire and the trap will be removed automatically after 45 seconds. So she doesn't insta-expose you anymore, she now injures you if you are affected by a drone. Quality of life. We've made many adjustments across many aspects of the Skull Merchant to improve the way it feels to play as and against her. The Skull Merchant now has 6 drones available, was 4. It kind of makes sense because they now no longer have that AoE effect. The Skull Merchant will now immediately become undetectable for 8 seconds after deploying a drone. The minimum distance between drones is now 16 meters with 22. The killer's movement speed is no longer decreased when checking the scanner. Lock-on progress no longer decays. Drones can no longer be manually reactivated. Drones can now be placed above or below other drones deployed on different floors. Oh yeah, she no longer has the multiple floor effect. Failing to hack a drone will now grant 1 stack of lock-on instead of instantly locking on. The Skull Merchant's footsteps are now quieter, making her harder to track behind walls. We've updated the Skull Merchant's chase music. We've reviewed the Skull Merchant's add-ons, adjusting and giving them new effects. Combine these changes push the Skull Merchant's drones in a more chase-orientated direction, giving them more immediate consequence when they're triggered rather than slowly building over time. At the same time, her ability to defend generators for excessive lengths of time has also been reduced substantially. We'll be keeping a close eye on these changes and making further adjustments. She has been completely reworked. It seems like now, so she summons a drone in 2 modes, but you need to have 2 stacks before you take an injury. You can activate and change the 2 modes. So it means like her power needs to be more, you know, you're more interactive with the drones. It's not just like place it on gen, come back to gen. It seems like her power is actually kind of interesting and fun to use now. I feel like it's really, they've written it down really clearly, but it's kind of hard to envision it until we actually get in the game. I really like these changes. I'm really looking forward to the new Skull Merchant, actually. That's really cool. Shattered Square. So this update will feature a gameplay update, Shattered Square. Thank the Lord. This map is the worst. Low obstacles. It was possible to bump into some small objects, such as piles of hay or carcasses. Since these obstacles were so small, it was possible that you could bump into them without even seeing them, leading to some frustrating moments. We've done a pass on these sorts of objects to ensure that anything which might block your path is clearly visible. Really nice. Size and layout. Shattered Square is among the largest maps in the game, and contrary to its name, it isn't even a square. It's actually a rectangle. The size of the map can make patrolling a little difficult. To help with this, we've reduced the size of the map, turning it into a proper square in the process. The positions of some tiles have been readjusted as a result. Beautiful. Most obstacles in the map tended to be fairly low, making it quite easy for killers to spot survivors at long ranges, and difficult for stealthy killers to sneak up on survivors. To break this up, along sight lines, we have rearranged some tiles to limit how far you're able to see from any given point. Navigation. Last but not least, we've made various changes to make the map easier to navigate. This includes making it clearer which objects can be walked on and which will block your path. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Macmillan Estate. One work on maps doesn't stop there. The entire Macmillan Estate realm is being expanded. Each map in this realm will receive a second alternate version. The next time you learn the Suffocation Pit, for example, things might be a little different. The trademark mineshaft will still be there, but it may be in a different spot. The shape and layout on the map will be also slightly different. Cool. I like the fact that they're going back to maps like this. That's awesome. Looking forward to Macmillan changes as well. We've also got perk changes. Sweet. Let's have a look. Only 2, it seems. Furtive Chase is one of the lesser used killer perks, providing a way to switch obsessions throughout the match and reduce your tear radius during a chase. Give this perk a slight boost. We are increasing the tear radius reduction for each token to 5 meters was 4 for a maximum 20 meters. No one is going to use it still. Background player. This perk allows you to sprint very quickly when the killer picks up another survivor, creating an opportunity to get into a position for a save. Not only is this perk highly situational, but it leaves you exhausted, which could hinder you if you're chased shortly after. To make this perk more meaningful when it activates, we are increasing the duration of the speed boost to 5 seconds, was 4 seconds. I mean, if we could use flashlights, flashlight saving would be pretty neat with this. I actually see no problem with background player, to be honest. I like that change. Killer tweaks. So we got some killer tweaks. Ooh, Trapper. The Trapper fills a very unique role in Dead by Daylight. Since he is all over the cover and is unlocked right away, he ends up being a lot of people's first experience playing as killer. Because of this, we tried to keep him as simple and straightforward as possible. See a trap, set a trap. Okay. 8 bear traps will now spawn on the map with 6. The Trapper will receive a 7.5% haste effect after setting up a bear trap. We expect this change to have a minimal impact in lower skill matches where Trapper is already performing well, but provides a nice boost to higher end players who know how to take advantage of them. Okay, I like the fact there's more bear traps. I don't think this will really change him too much. 7.5% haste. They didn't mention how long the duration is, but it'll probably be for like 5 to 10 seconds, so that's not too bad. It means trappers can now place down during a loop and then continue to chase and catch up. I like that change, that's nice. Hunters and Trickster. For both these killers, reloading your projectiles and unlock it is a must. However, doing so gives the survivors a big head start to run away and gain some distance. For this reason, many Huntress and Trickster players will run add-ons or perks like Iron Maiden to reduce their loadout time. To improve quality of life and reduce resilience on these perks and add-ons, we've reduced a reload time for each killer to 3 seconds was 4. I honestly don't understand this change, to be honest. You should have max hatchets when you go into a chase, and if you run out and you haven't downed somebody, that is literally on you. You shouldn't be using it for in chase. The same with Trickster. I think it should punish you for not downing someone with your reload time, but I mean it's okay, it's not the end of the world. It's 1 second buff. I'm not gonna read all of this. They've also increased his reload time. It's now 2.6 seconds instead of 2.75. Really nice. We're increasing movement speed bonus while aiming down sights for both jaw smash and wanted poster add-ons to 1.5 and 3%. Nice. I like that change. Oh, Legion's getting a change. We've adjusted the BFF's add-on. The add-on granted 4% movement speed when the gates were powered, so long as the killer managed to land enough Hell Frenzy hits. We're now increasing it to 6%. Hell yeah. Nice. With that, we've reached the end of the developer update. Really, really awesome. For the first time, join us tomorrow at 12 AM ET in a Dead by Daylight Discord server as our designers run through full patch notes early. Awesome. So it'll be 4 PM tomorrow. Okay, so we'll be covering the PTB tomorrow, so come check me out live on stream. We'll be covering the PTB. See you guys all tomorrow. Take care. Peace out.